Hello everyone, today is Friday and we are back with one more new project. So this is our third project. So what is our project? Before going directly to I wanted to say you this will be the last project related to basics. Means we have done already two projects related. One was about progression and one was about just saying which of these are vowel and counting them. So these were more of academics type. But today the one we are going to do is more related to real life. So let's see what we have to do today. We have to write a program which performs some of the basic operation of an ATM. So if you don't know what ATM is, you can see here ATM is a device which is coded to perform operation mentioned above and many more. What are the operation? This it's a machine from where we can withdraw cash, we can deposit cash, and we can display our balance that is in our account, and we can see our transaction details also, means how much was deposited, how much was credited. So we'll be doing only these three. There are much more in the GitHub. I'll modify it, I'll make it more advanced, and you can join me in GitHub and you can see that what are the updates I did. Okay, that was it. So I hope you got the question. Just let me read one more time. Write a program which performs some of the basic operation of an ATM, which includes withdraw cash, deposit cash, display balance, and this is the definition of an ATM, just a basic definition. Okay, let's go to our code now. In the code, you can see I just added some code like include IO stream using namespace. This is basic for every code we wrote, so there is no confusion in this slide. Where is a class called ATM? You can edit anything. You can name this class anything, but I named it ATM so that we can have good reference that the name indicates that it is of type ATM, and we'll do all this functionality. In the int main, you can see I just wrote this hello everyone, welcome to third project, and nothing much more, and just return 0. So I think there is no any confusion in all of this code. So now let's get started with our main program or what we need to implement. Okay, let's go to our class ATM. Here in the private, we'll add one data members. We'll add a balance because to withdraw, or you can see here, to withdraw or to deposit, you need to update your balance. Means if you don't have any balance, how can you withdraw from it? So we'll just write int balance. So this is the money that you have in your account. Okay, now let's create a constructor of the ATM. We'll just write public and we'll write ATM, sorry, ATM, and inside the constructor we'll write that whenever any object of ATM is created, put a balance of 100 rupees as bonus. It's 100, you can $100 or anything. So it's $100 or 100 rupees as a bonus, means you are creating in our ATM so that in your account we are putting a balance of 100. So why I voted it, because first of all, if you try to directly withdraw it, if you don't have, then it will give some error, but we want that it should not give an error, so we added this. You can make it 0 or whatever you like, it's best up to you. Okay, that was a constructor. Now we need to add some functions. So what are the function we need to add? First we need to add a withdraw function, means we can withdraw a cash from here. So we'll just write void withdraw cash. So this function, what will this do? This will help us to withdraw cash from our ATM. So before that we need to enter how much you need to withdraw. We'll just write cout enter amount. Okay, we need to enter the amount how much is needed to be withdrawn, and we'll just write in amount. What is amount? We did not declare amount, so we'll just write here int amount. Okay, I hope you are getting this till now. So what we need to do now we need to check for condition. Suppose this amount is more than the balance, then it cannot be withdrawn because we cannot give what is more than balance. So we'll write a if condition. If amount is more than balance, then we'll just write cout insufficient balance. Insufficient balance. I will correct insufficient balance. Okay, sorry, insufficient balance. So we'll write whenever if this amount, the amount that the user entered is less than the balance. Okay, I wrote amount is less than the balance, means it should have that much amount to be withdrawn. So suppose when we created we had 100. Now if you want to withdraw 110 rupees or dollars, it cannot withdraw because it don't have that much balance in its account. So that was it. Else else we can just do, else we can just write balance plus equal or minus equal the amount. What does this mean? It is just updating. I already told you what all these functions, minus equal, plus equal and all that. If you don't know, I'll show you. Minus equals means, okay, let me give you an example. Minus equal means if balance is equals to balance minus amount. So this minus equal means is balance is equal to balance minus amount. So I hope you got this. I'll just write it here. Okay. Now this will do for withdrawing. I mean, there are some more cases we can do. Suppose if it does not enter in place of integer, if it enters a character, so there we can use try an exception, but that we'll do in the later part, or I'll just update it in GitHub. You can just see it. Today we'll be doing just the basic, just a simple idea of how to create this. I hope this is clear till now. Now we'll add some more functions. Okay, what are the next function we need to add? We need to deposit means add balance. Okay, we'll just write here, we'll create one more function called void deposit cache. You can name it anything. I'll just naming it according to its functionality so that it becomes easy to read. Okay, deposit cache. We'll add here also one more integer called amount. We can edit same. Why? Because this is inside the function, this cannot be written here, so this is a new int called amount. Okay, here also we'll add the same thing. So just let's copy the code that we wrote above. We'll just write here cn amount. We'll just copy this here, paste it here, because it's the same thing. We need to enter how much you want to deposit. You just have to say that, and we can just update the balance. You can just say balance plus equal amount. I hope you're getting this. See, we did not add this condition because you can deposit any money you want. If you have any money, just deposit it. We won't say like you can't update this much, you can't put this much money. It's up to you. You want to put 1 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 1 million, that is 1 million, 10 lakhs is 1 million, sorry. Any amount you want to put, you can deposit that. But in withdrawing, you of course have a condition because you cannot withdraw more than balance. So that was it for deposit case. Now how to display the balance? So we'll just write void display balance. So this will display the balance after you deposited or you withdraw. At last, whenever you want to display your balance, we can just write cout balance, BLNC. Okay, let's make it capital so it looks good, and we'll just write our balance, BA. Okay, I hope this is clear now. See, now we can deposit, we can withdraw, and we can display. Now let's add the inside the int main. I hope you're getting this till now. There is no any confusion or anything. Okay, I'll say one more time at the end what this code is doing. But now let's create some objects and the functionality that we are to do. So we'll create an ATM. We'll create an object of it. We'll just name it user1. You can add many users, and that we can do by using pointer, by DMA, dynamic memory allocation, and all that we can do in the later part. Just for today, this is just a basic code. So just I'm trying to do the simple thing that we can do. Okay, now we'll give some condition. We'll just write enter a choice. Before that, let's write cout, and let's give some condition. 1 to withdraw, and I hope you remember about the switch cases. We will be using switch cases here. That's why I'm writing press 1 if you want to withdraw, or else you can just do 2 to deposit. Just write deposit, and you can just write 3 point just to, okay, let's write here and deposit. I think it's correct, or just add an E here, and we'll just write 3 point and to display. So we'll just write display and just cut it. Okay, now let's end this. I don't know why it's giving an error. Deposit. Okay, we'll see in the later part why it's giving error. Now let's use some switch cases. So we'll write cout and give some enter your choice. Okay, why we are doing this, I'll say you, because we want to use what I mean, we want to use this switch statement. So we need to enter one choice among this. If you want to withdraw, press 1. If you want to deposit, press 2. And if you want to display, press 3. That's what we wanted to do. So we'll just write this, enter your choice, and now we'll write here scene n. Okay, what is the n? We'll just put it here, int n. So whatever the value of n is entered, then we'll do some switch statement based upon this n. Just write switch, and we'll put the n inside it, and it will come down. Now we'll add the cases. Now we'll write case 1. If switch is pressed 1, what should it done? What should we do? We should just call this function, withdraw function. What is the withdraw? We can just call up this function. We'll just write user1 dot, we'll just call the withdraw function. I hope you're getting this. There is no any confusion in it. If you don't know switch case, you can just go in the above videos. I already mentioned the basic, where we learn the basic. I said how to use the switches. Switch case means it's like if else, if else. If you write if and else many times, it doesn't look good. So you can just put it inside switch. Now if the value is 1, you wrote here case 1. It will check if the value is 1, then it will perform this. And this is how we call an function of a class. I already said you while teaching class, I said how to call a function of class. You can just write name of the object and the dot operator and the name of the function. And you know, in switch case, after everything we need to add a break statement so that it leaves this line. Now we'll write if our case is 2. If we press 2, what should be done? We should just call user1 dot deposit. So we need to just call the deposit cache and break up this. Third, what happens if it press 3? If you press 3, then we need to withdraw it. So we need to display whatever was, okay, not deposit, we need to just display the balance of your account, how much is left with you. So we'll just write break. And when you know, in switch case we use a default also. We'll just write default. In the default, what it should do, it should just print out cout invalid option. Okay, invalid option. And if you write break or you don't write, it does not matter. Just we'll write it break so that it matches everything. So this is our basic code. Why we are getting this error, I still could not find, but when we run, we'll surely know what this error is. So I hope you are getting this. Okay, let me say one more time what we did inside the int main, because I think I did not explain in a good way. So we created an object of an ATM called user1. You can name it anything, but I'm just writing, okay, user1, and we created an data of n. Why we wrote this n? Because we want to use this inside a switch case. Then we just write cout, press 1, 2 or 3 based upon whatever you wanted to do, and after here it will enter the choice that it wanted. Then we use switch cases. I already told what switch cases are. If you don't know, go to the basic parts in the starting videos and you'll learn about switch cases. And there we use some cases. This is a syntax of switch. You need to use case. So we wrote case 1. Case 1 means when the value of n is 1. And here case 2 means when the value of n is 2, then do this and all that. And similarly, we call the function that was related to this object or this class. And if it presses any number like 4, 5, 6, anything which is not inside these cases, then it will just print out this line. I hope you are getting this. Okay. Now let's just save this and try to run this, because I don't know what this error is, and we can see what this error is. So we'll just run this. Okay, there is no error, means it was just an error in writing this, means it's a spelling mistake or something. Deposit, I don't know why it's giving an error, but the code is running pretty well. So let's run it one more time. Save this and run it one more time. Okay, you can see we got it. If you want to withdraw, press 1. If you want to deposit, press 2. If you want to display, press 3. We'll just press 3 because we want to first see what is inside our balance. So we can see that our balance is 100, means now we know that we have this much account inside this. Okay, now let's run this one more time and let's try to withdraw something. We'll just write withdraw 1, enter amount. Now we know that our balance is 100, just let's try to enter 110. Okay, it did not print out anything, means something, there is an error somewhere. Let's go over to our withdraw. Okay, you can see that if amount is, okay, we wrote amount less than, sorry that amount is greater than balance. Okay, let's just cancel out this and save this one more time and let's run this. Okay, now if you need to withdraw, we'll press 1 and withdraw amount is 110. So you can see it's written insufficient balance, because we know that only balance 100 is there. Or we can add one more line here. We can just write balance available straightly here. Insufficient balance, your balance is, we can just write your balance is, and we'll just write space here and just write your balance, BALNC. Okay, let's save this and try to run it one more time. So we'll just cut out this and run it one more time. I hope you're getting this. I'm just trying to show you if you're facing any difficulty here. We'll press 1 when to withdraw and when to withdraw more than our balance. So you can see here insufficient balance, your balance is 100. So now it's printed good, means it showed us what our balance is and it's saying that it's insufficient balance. Now we can, suppose if we entered 100, so we can see that 1, and if you enter 100, then it's running without anything. So we can add something here, else cout successfully withdrawn okay, and we'll just put the balance. Okay, just this is just for functionality. You want to add, you don't want to add, is directly based upon you. So let's run this one more time. I'm just using the cases. Now every code is already written. I'm just checking the cases whether everything's running well or not. Okay, now we have 100 inside it, so we'll just write 100. You can see successfully withdrawn 100, but in the previous case if we had more, then it's giving insufficient balance. Now we need to deposit. Let's try for deposit. Let's cut out this and run for deposit. Okay, press 2. Okay, now we need to deposit. How much we want to deposit? We can deposit like 100 or 1000. So there is no message printed, but our message is already deposited. Now we can add some functionality, like after deposit, let's go to a deposit and you can see a deposited, and we can just write here cout current balance and just write here, sorry for that, BLNC. Okay, now we can see, means after entering this, what is our current balance. Okay, before this let's write our here also, let's write one more thing like cout, so that we can see it clearly. There is no need to add, because I'm trying to, so that the concept become clear what is going on. We'll just write previous balance and we'll just write balance. Okay, previous balance, and we need to just add here this so that it does not put upon this. Okay, just save this and try to run this. Okay, we want to deposit, so we'll press 2, and how much we want to deposit? Suppose we want to deposit 1000, and if you run this, you can see our previous value was 100, because we know that whenever our user is created, we give 100 rupees in its balance, and you can see that our current balance is 1100 because we added this 1000. So that is it. So now we finally created our ATM or money transferring machine, which can do like withdraw, deposit and display. There are many more functions we can do. We can create users, and it can open users account based upon users account number. We can do many more things. I'll try to do some of the things, but I'll upload the code on GitHub where I'll keep updating it. If you want, you can just go to GitHub and you can see what the code is. So now I'll show you what all the code means from the beginning. Okay, this is the basic, there is nothing to explain here. And we added a class called ATM. Inside the ATM, in the private, we gave an integer type balance. So this is where all the balance is stored, means our account money, how much is left in it. So in the public, we got a constructor because we want that whenever an object of ATM is created, it should already have a balance of 100. You can make it 0 is directly based upon you. Next, we added a function how to withdraw. In the withdraw, we created an amount because we wanted to know how much the users want to withdraw. So we added enter amount and we gave the amount. Second, we check the condition if our amount is more than balance. You know that if our amount is more than balance, we can't withdraw that because we don't have that much in our account. So we'll just write insufficient balance and your balance is this much. And in the second, if our account amount is less than balance, then we can just successfully withdraw it. And in the next line, we'll just decrease the balance that was taken out because we wanted to update the balance. So this is like dynamic type, means it is updating also. And secondly, if you want to deposit, what is the thing? Deposit means just making a balance more or giving cash to your account. So we'll enter the same like previous, we'll enter the amount and we'll print out what was the previous balance, and later on what was the added, we'll just add it in the balance and just will print out. So it is going dynamically, means previously it was printing the balance that is already there, and second time it will just add the amount to it, and this is the current balance. And if you want to display balance, you can just write this display and the balance. Here the balance will get updated if this function run again and again. Suppose if you just first call this function, then call this function and call that balance function, this will get updated automatically because we are just increasing or decreasing the value of balance. And the int man, we created a user one of type ATM and we gave this condition just int n because we want to do some switching based upon this n. And we said if you want to withdraw, press 1, press 2 to deposit, and press 3 to display. And we just took the input as n, and in the switch cases we gave that if the case is 1, means if the user pressed 1, then do you call the withdraw function. If press 2, call the deposit function. If press 3, you can just call the display function. So there is one more thing we can do. We can call case 4, and we can just write just break out of this, or we can just write, I hope exit will do. Okay, wait a second. Suppose you wanted to go this in a loop, and when you pressed 4, you want that this loop should break. We can just write return 0, means this loop will break. So why I added this, you can see here one more time. After the switches are called, we want that in the end, means it should go to after calling every function, we want that it should go to. Go to is a function in C++ where we can move our cursor, means now after this function it will directly go to anywhere where we want. So we'll just write ABC. Okay, and we'll just write our ABC here, ABC. Okay, I'll show you what this means. When we run the code, you'll understand this in a better way. So we'll just run here V, control V, and here also we'll go to control V. Okay, now this will be in a better way. Okay, now you can see when we run this. Okay, this is just dynamic doing something more. Suppose now we went to display balance, we'll just add 3, the balance is displayed. You can see that after displaying, it's again asking us for conditions of if you wanted to do again. So okay, to make this more clear, and okay, I hope this is clear now. Okay, now we'll add one more thing here. We'll just write 4 to quit. Okay, we'll save this and run this one more time. Now you'll understand this in a better way. Okay, we can see that if you want to withdraw, press 1, if you want to deposit, press 2, if you want to display, press 3, and 4 to quit. What does this mean? I'll say it. If you want to display, we'll press 3. You can see it's displaying our balance, but it's again running it's in a loop. So this is what this goto is doing. If we are go to abc means after executing this function, it will come to this and it will go to. Before breaking, it will just go to here, go to, and this is our location abc, and we need to write location like this. Write the name of the location, use this colon, and it will directly go here. Again, one more time to execute this. So we can just write now deposit, right here 2, and enter amount. We want to enter 1000. So you can see previous balance was this and current balance is 1000. Now if you want to print the display the balance, we can just write 3, and you can see our balance is 1100. This is how we can go in a loop and can see that our balance is really getting updated after every time. You can see after means after we entered a deposit 2, we entered deposit and we added 1000, and you can see when we entered the display we got 1100 as our result. So this was the basic code on ATM. I hope you understood all the concept. I may not be that much fluent in English, but the code we wrote is very simple and you can easily understand if you see one more time. So that was it for today. If you like the project, then give feedback. If you like, then you can like, or if you did not like on it, you have some suggestion you can give so that we can improve. In the next, I already said you that this is our last of basic. From the next, we'll do about linked list and all. The project will be related to that. So it's better that if you watch the linked list and all that video so that you understand the concept before going to project. So that was it for today's Friday live project. Thank you for watching. See you in the next project. Happy coding.